Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin.
There's a verse in the Quran I must mention to you. It says that God had created us, nations and tribes, so that we get to know each other. So it is for communication, not for confrontation, that God created us as different. I.e., not to feel superior about each other, but to know, to interact. Diversity is to be celebrated.
I celebrate, I enjoy the multiplicity of expressions in every tradition, because that helps me to understand something about the human nature, that we are not the same. We have multiple identities and multiple ways of looking at and experiencing life. So, Christianity itself, Christianity alone, cannot provide a comprehensive way of living in the United States.
There are a lot of people out there who still have that mentality that when you come to dialogue, we've got to make them all Christians, and that's not it at all. They're missing the point altogether, because you're really coming to build some bridges and to further your own understanding about who you are, and to say, I'm in dialogue with you because this is who I am, and I want to know who you are.
I have a feeling sometimes these conferences and so on may not even accomplish as much as just going over the fence and talking to the neighbor. Dialogue can happen when I'm living next to a Christian neighbor and they find out I'm a Buddhist. And at first they don't know what that means. But slowly they see that I'm taking out my trash every day. They see that I'm not burning bodies in the backyard. Then they begin to interact with you as a human being. And the kinds of things you might say to your neighbor who's of a different faith about the lawn, about taking out recycling, about the everyday things which on occasion include something about their religious life, a holiday is coming up. Or my religious life, I'm practicing meditation at 6 in the morning. I'm sorry, the bells are ringing. That kind of thing has an actual practical effect in which neighbors of different faiths come to know each other in a very natural way.
I'm reminded of a time when my dear friend, the Anglican priest in town, on Christmas Eve, I mean, it's got to be the busiest time of the year for him. The man has got to be crazy busy. What does he do? He comes to the rabbi's house with a present. This had your name on it. It was under our tree, and we weren't sure you would know to come over to visit our tree to claim your present. That to me is religious diversity. You know, and when I invite him back to have Sabbath dinner with us, I hope he gets the same sense of loving and generosity and sweetness back from me.
What matters is that people connect on a grassroots level and begin to learn about each other's lives. All of us become learners again when we approach the idea of really creating a pluralistic community. And it's going to be hard work.